Violence didn't ruin Thorfinn. Peace did. Everyone believes Thorfinn became strong when he learned how to fight. But what if the moment he dropped the sword was the most dangerous thing he ever did? No explanation yet, just discomfort. Two paths exist in this world. One path says, violence is reality. Accept it, master it. The other says, violence is a curse. Reject it, escape it. One creates warriors, the other creates pacifists, but neither guarantees peace. Thorfinn didn't start as a hero. He started as a child who watched his father die for believing in mercy. From that moment, Thorfinn adopted a simple philosophy. If I kill the right man, my pain will end. Revenge became structure. Hatred became purpose. Not because he loved violence, but because violence gave his suffering meaning. Revenge doesn't just give direction, it gives identity. For Thorfinn, revenge replaces everything that was taken from him. His father is gone, his childhood is gone, his future is gone. So revenge steps in and fills the vacuum. It tells him who the enemy is, what his purpose is, why he should keep breathing. Revenge becomes a religion when life no longer makes sense. Every fight, every scar, every night spent holding a dagger, it all feels holy. Not because it's right, but because it's necessary. This is why Thorfinn follows Askeladd, not because he respects him, but because Askeladd is the altar where his revenge must happen. And here's the terrifying part. Revenge doesn't ask if it will save you, it only asks for your devotion. When Askeladd dies, Thorfinn doesn't feel free, he feels empty. Because when your god dies, so does your meaning. Revenge didn't destroy Thorfinn, it kept him alive. Violence gives clarity. When you're angry, the world makes sense. There's an enemy, there's a goal, there's a reason to wake up. Peace does the opposite. Peace forces you to sit alone with what you've done. And that's why Thorfinn didn't fear war. He feared meaninglessness. Thorfinn doesn't just fight wars, he becomes one. When violence dominates your life long enough, it stops being an action, it becomes identity. Thorfinn isn't asking, who am I without violence? He's asking, do I exist at all without it?
In history, soldiers returning from war don't struggle because of violence alone. They struggle because the war ends and the noise stops. No enemy, no mission, no excuse. Peace exposes the wounds violence distracted you from. Thorfinn doesn't believe he deserves peace. Pacifism isn't moral superiority, it's self-punishment. He refuses violence not because he's pure, but because he feels unforgivable. Thorfinn doesn't choose peace because he's healed. He chooses it because he doesn't believe he has the right to hurt anyone ever again. So, here's the question. If violence gives your life meaning, is peace actually healing you or taking something away? Suffering repeats because humans want control. Violence creates hierarchy. Hierarchy creates order. Order feels safe. Pacifism threatens that order because it removes dominance and forces responsibility inward. That's why true peace is rare. It requires self-restraint in a world that rewards force. Vinland Saga doesn't reject strength, it redefines it. Strength isn't the ability to destroy, it's the ability to pause destruction. Anyone can swing a sword in anger, but stopping yourself when every instinct demands violence, that takes more strength than war ever did. Most stories lie to you. They say, win the fight and you'll find peace. Vinland Saga tells a darker truth. Victory can be more devastating than failure. Failure gives you hope. Failure lets you believe there's still a future. But victory? Victory forces you to face what you've become. Thorfinn wins and realizes something horrifying. His life was never moving forward. It was just running in circles around hatred. No plan, no dream, no self. Just survival fueled by rage. Revenge doesn't give closure. It removes the illusion that suffering had a purpose. That's why Thorfinn collapses emotionally. Not because he lost, but because he finally got what he wanted, and it wasn't enough. This is the moment the story stops being about Vikings. This is about us. How many people chase a goal for years, only to feel hollow when they reach it? Thorfinn's final philosophy is radical. I have no enemies. Not because enemies don't exist, but because choosing them chains you to endless conflict. But this belief is fragile. Pacifism doesn't stop invaders. Mercy doesn't protect the weak automatically. Thorfinn's path demands something brutal, the willingness to suffer without passing the pain forward. The story doesn't say, be like Thorfinn. It asks, how much pain must a human endure before they reject violence? Thorfinn's peace comes at an unbearable cost. One world says, violence is human nature, accept it. The other says, violence is learned, unlearn it. One promises survival, the other risks annihilation. Neither offers certainty, only choice. Thorfinn chooses peace. No violence, no revenge, no enemies. And it sounds beautiful, but here's the uncomfortable truth. Thorfinn's peace survives only because others still fight. Someone protects the land. Someone enforces boundaries. Someone absorbs violence so he doesn't have to. Peace doesn't erase violence, it outsources it. History proves this again and again. Every peaceful society rests on someone willing to defend it. So Vinland Saga doesn't sell pacifism as perfection, it presents it as a moral gamble. A choice that risks weakness, a belief that may fail, a path that demands faith without guarantees. Thorfinn isn't strong because he refuses violence, he's strong because he accepts the cost of that choice. And that's what makes his philosophy dangerous. Not idealistic, not naive, dangerous. Because it asks a question most people avoid. If peace fails, will you still believe in it? Peace is often portrayed as gentle, but in reality, peace is terrifying. It removes excuses, it removes enemies, it removes justification. So ask yourself, if abandoning violence means accepting vulnerability, would you still choose peace if it meant you might lose everything? Thorfinn walks away from the battlefield. No music, no victory, no applause. Just a man choosing to carry pain instead of spreading it.